We are live. Hello and welcome to Cricket Scrapbook. My name is Vaibhav Minocha, and today I'm joined by the one and the only legend Manny, legend of Liari, and second to none, my Lord and Savior Surendra Dutt Reddy Talakola. Boys, how was your week supporting your teams?
Been a tough week.
Suri, go first.
I've aged 10 years in the last 1 week.
Yeah.
So
And still has
So
less whites than me.
yeah. So for
they're
context,
coming slowly, bit by bit.
yes. Suri, you support SRH. Manny
Yes.
supports. Manny, who do you support
Yes.
again? One
Supporting
small
CS.
team.
Vishnu. No, RCB.
Oh, oh, RCB. Okay, nice. And
He
I
got taken down
am
by
the
a 15
proud
year old.
supporter. No, I'm the proud supporter of the team that's number 10 on the points table currently after today's match, with one
Oh,
point that
yeah.
too because of rain. Kolkata Knight
No,
Riders. Thank you for the rain, God. Thank you.
see, as an RCB fan, like, I just want to say, because it's the rest of the fans are feeling the same, let's not talk about it. Right?
Okay,
Let's make it a point to not
sure.
talk about it. Because watching that RCB match felt like when juniors take over and start ragging seniors, and it hurts.
Bro, बच्चा है
They
वो.
lost one game. It's
One.
talking as if like they lost some 6 games and out of season or something.
No, brother,
Calm
it's
down.
not
But
that. It's
it's the
actually, do you
kid.
guys want to start off with this straight away? It's the bashing this kid is giving elite bowlers.
Yeah,
Mm.
sure. If
Or
you
do you
if
want to save
that's
it
what
for
you want to
later?
talk
Because it's a
about,
big topic.
no, Manny. If you want to talk about Vaibhav fucking with Manas, you just go for it.
Yeah,
Kids
so
are
Weber
watching this.
fucking with Manas is a really old
No
tradition.
vulgar
I
words,
believe
man.
it began way back in 2019. And it's still continuing strong to this day. A
Yeah.
Weber got down on the field, hit Bhuvneshwar
Suri is
Kumar for
worried
26
about
runs.
this. Suri is worried about this video being demonetized, but I just want to let Suri know that we currently have one viewer, and on the last video we had about 50 views, so it's fine. Even if we don't
Hey,
get
hey,
demonetized,
hey,
it's
it's a
fine.
growth market.
It's the growth market. Yeah, sure, sure.
Mm.
So go
I've
for it,
seen enough.
Manny.
I've seen enough
Tell
vibe
me.
of fast track him into the Indian team. It's done.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think it's time.
He's not just
No,
bashing Indian bowlers, he's bashing international bowlers already.
He's
no.
So
bashing. He's
My
might as
bashing
my
bowlers.
question. Okay, my question for you all: if you fast track him into the Indian side, let's assume he is in the main side. Yeah, who is he replacing right now? How do you
Abhishek
get him
Sharma.
in?
Surya Kumar
Okay,
Yadav, bro, easy. That doesn't even
no,
require a second thought.
you have to replace a like for like. You cannot replace a like a number three or number four for opener.
No, but look,
exactly.
I
always
would
look. The
say
second
an
opening
Abhishek
spot is
or
always
a
been in contention anyway.
Samson.
It's Abhishek Sharma and then whoever's in form at the time between
I don't think Samson
Jaiswal.
is going to be dropped. Wait. Samson just won us the World Cup with three back-to-back performances in the semis, the finals, and what was pretty much the quarter. So Samson is the player of the series, pretty much. Like yes, Bumrah got the player of the series, but it's Samson also. And
But bro,
Abhishek has been your number one batter for the past 2 years. So I don't think you're going to drop them. Like it's not happening in my opinion.
Okay,
Even
so
though Vaibhav is
when
a star
I'm
player,
saying
but
we have to replace, I mean not replace, but we have to. If you talk about a series, let's say against Ireland, for example,
yeah,
where Abhishek and Samson are not going to go anywhere. So in that
yeah.
point of time, when you're trying to fast track someone like Vaibhav Suryavanshi, it has to be in a series where it is not that relevant because you just want to see whether he fits there or not. So
sir, I
anyway,
don't
first three
understand.
players won't be there. So I think that will be a very sweet spot for him to just go there, see how it is, get a couple of good scores, and then we'll assess. It's
So
always
I
good
get
to
it.
have a form of plenty.
I get it. You've got two Ferraris in the garage, but I'm offering you a Veyron, the fastest car on the market. Now, do you want to keep your two
Sure.
Ferraris, or would you rather keep a Ferrari and a Veyron? I don't
I'll tell
understand
you
why.
what. I'll tell you what. So the Veron you're talking about, yes, in the past three matches in the IPL, he's been consistent, and yes, he can single-handedly win you the matches, a game, any game for that matter. But
against anybody,
as
apparently.
yeah, that is true. But as we saw in the Under 19 World Cup, he might perform once in 7 or 8 games. Yes, he will win you that one game, but you cannot expect consistency from him on a long run. Yes, so far 3 games in the IPL he has been consistent, but historically he is not a very consistent batter. Yes, he'll give you a very good strike rate, and if he gets going, he'll win you the match single handedly. But
But
it's
this,
for now. He's a kid. He's a kid.
the fact that
It's
this
fine.
15-year-old
He's
year
a
old is
kid,
even
but
in a conversation like this, where we are considering and really realistically saying that legends, people that have made their name over years, over decades, people like Sanju Samson, and like this boy is just coming. Look, I understand that from a board perspective, you would not want somebody like a Sanju Samson being replaced by Suryavanshi. That being said, you wouldn't want to watch Suryavanshi hit Bumrah for two sixes either, and that fucking happened. So, you know,
okay.
the realm of possibility keeps stretching further and further out the longer this boy plays, I feel.
I will tell you something from a purely logical standpoint. When we had dropped Samson and we had, we had um,
Kishan.
s- uh, s- yeah, Ishan Kishan opening along with Abhishek Sharma, and we had Tilak at three. We had three back-to-back left-handers, and that clearly did not go well for India because they were bowling off spinners against us, and our openers were getting out. Right
But
now, if you replace a Sanju Samson with a Vaibhav Suryavanshi, you are going to get a top four of left-handers, which clearly did not work for India. So that replacing a Samson with a lefty, I don't see happening.
and again, I
As
say,
Suri
yeah,
said,
I take your point
as Suri
100%,
said, yeah, yeah, go for it.
because your basis for reaching that conclusion is historical data. This is what has happened
Yeah,
in the past, which is why we believe this won't happen.
yeah,
Historically, this boy should not be having a second season that even comes close to something like this.
true,
He is breaking historical records left, right, and center as he's walking through. And it's only been 3 matches.
true.
I'm not even making a call. I'm not even saying, hey, put him in the team right now or something. No chance. But I'm telling you,
True.
we will all be thinking very differently about this at the end of the season.
No, no, I do not doubt that this guy Suryavanshi deserves a spot in the team. I do not doubt that. But if
RR
he's
was
going
in
to come
nobody's
in
radar.
like for like, if he's going to come in like for like, he's likely replacing Abhishek Sharma and not a Sanju Samson. He's not replacing a righty, and I mean
Probably.
you can, yeah, you can pretty much bank on that because we have too many lefties at the top. And but I think, as Suri said, it's not about replacement right now. It's about grooming him in. It's about giving the young blood a chance.
And
So I think,
and let's just continue
yeah,
watching. I mean, it's so much fun watching him playing now. Like he's decimating oppositions. I don't know under what pretext or under what context, because the shots he's playing are all very classical cricket shots. The ball should not be flying where it's flying. I've never seen the ball fly from pure shots the way I've seen it come off of this boy's bat.
no, no. I have seen it, Suri. I don't know if you remember, but there was this particular instance when Manny had hit Mohammad Shami for a six, and then the ball
This
was
is
just
live. This is
flying
live.
like,
You piece of shit. This is live. This you really want to do this right now?
bro. Okay, it could have happened anywhere. I'm not giving the details, but it did happen, right? It could have happened. It could have happened in book cricket for all you know.
2019 it happened. It's been 7 years. Thala for a reason.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
7 years.
7 years.
Statute of
get
limitations
ready
has
for a
also passed.
defamation case. If
No,
somehow this
statute of limitations
reaches
passed.
managers of Shami, defamation case straight.
Great.
Nothing, bro. It's chill. Okay. So we'll get back to Vaibhav Suryavanshi. But right now, I want to talk about something that I've noticed again and again. And I think 250 is the new par score. It's
200.
the
Yeah.
200 of old times.
Yeah. The
Debate
safety
me
net
if
of
you
200
want
has now
to.
become 250.
Yes, because 200 is being chased left, right, and center. Even today in the first match, 200 was chased with 8 balls to spare. and Rajasthan chased 202 with like 2 overs to go. So 200, wi- especially with the impact player and the way the batters are now utilizing the power play, 200 is not a safe score. I would say 200 is the 160 of 2022 at least. What do you think,
So
Suri?
Manas
Yeah,
is
go
ready to
for it,
say
man.
something.
Yeah, go for it.
no,
Say-
I'm just saying back in 2017-18 when you
Yeah,
made 200. Look, no bowling effort is
yeah,
perfect from the beginning. You're not going to have 120 perfect balls. But having 200 on the board meant you could have a margin of error of 50% or around that point. You could have 60 bad balls and 60 decent balls and you would get through. That
yeah,
safety net is now 250.
yeah.
At 250, if your bowling is 50% good, you'll win. At 250, if your bowling is even 45, it's not enough in this IPL.
No, I would also get back to the only time that after the first innings I thought that the team, like, this is over now, is when RCB made 250. That was the only time I thought that okay, CSK chasing doesn't have a chance right now.
But that has to do
Otherwise,
with where
even
this team is right now in their game, where this team is and how they're developing also, and who we're playing against, where we're playing. So that has
true,
less to do with what is par and what is not par, and more with Chennai as a team as an opposition. I feel.
true, true. But then let's look at scores that okay, 201 RCB made. That was chased in 18 overs. 210 odd was what SRH made today. That was again chased within 19 overs. So it's not like 210, 215 is easy to score either. It's just that teams are doing it, but 250 is giving you a safety net of those extra 30, 40 runs that can sometimes that is still like you have to go at 12 runs and over from the start. Even if you have an extra batter, 12 runs and over from the start is tough.
Yeah.
10 runs and
Having
over
a
is still
250 score
achievable.
as a having a 250 score as a bowling side means you need 8 good overs as a bowling side. But
Yeah,
move that 250 to 220, and now you need 12 to 13 good overs. It's a big difference.
it's a big difference. Yeah. No,
It's
I buy
crazy.
that. I buy that. Anything you'd like to add, Suri?
Oh, thanks. And this Manas is talking a lot today. He's covering all points anyway, which is
You're in
fine.
Manas's work time right
Yes.
now.
So yeah, I mean, as long as the impact player rule stays, this will be the case. 250 is going to be. But also, if you see the recent World Cup, 250 was scored anyway regularly.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the semi-finals when we played England, 250 was scored and almost chased. And I feel the impetus lies on the pitches in India at this point of time because of the fact that we know there'll be a lot of action on those pitches. They're being prepared in a very safe way. As long as the matches are being played in India, they have to be ready whenever it is. And for them to make flat pitches is much easier, and to make it that way, it's still fine. Even today, when Daleston was talking about the pitch report, he said the pitch
Yeah,
is 170, 180 max. It won't go more than 180. 180 is going to be the pass score, and SR scored 220.
yeah.
And the way Punjab also batted, so we thought maybe it's slowing down later because power play SR scored 100, and then we thought it's going to slow down. But the fact is, when Punjab came into bat, same, it was flying all around. So I don't think even if a pitch in India at this point of time is conducive towards bowling, it won't stay for long. Maybe that match, if you pray for it, it will happen. But in the long run, nothing. So any matches in India, bilateral or international, IPL, this is going to be the norm. And impact play rule is not
Maybe
helping at all.
maybe towards the end of the season when the pitches start to get slow, if the spinners come in, things could change.
Yeah,
But
but for that
even
to
that
happen,
I
you have
think
to
is
play
dicey.
around 70 games in India. If you talk
Yeah.
about a World Cup in India, or let's say a World Cup in South Africa or something like that, and World Cup or T20 World Cup, they're all short matches. We're not playing 14 matches per, per team. We'll be playing at max, let's say, 5 or 6, and maybe 1 or 2 knockouts. That's about it. In the next World Cup happening in South Africa, it won't be like this. And the way we are preparing has to be, we have to think about all conditions and prepare. That's exactly why even if Vaibhav Suryavanshi go into Ireland, it won't be like as easy as we are thinking it will be, because he's used to the pitches over here. Obviously, under 19 World Cup, he's gone there, but again, everywhere in the
Those are
world, it's a
kids he's playing.
different ball game
Now he's going
altogether.
to be playing against seniors. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get
Coming to
that.
Suri's points about impotence on bowlers, guys, tell me if you agree with me on this. In IPL, as it goes today, you can no longer win an IPL with two strike bowlers. Until 2016-17, if you had two good strike bowlers on your team, you could make your way. I think that two has now become a three. You can no longer do with just a Bumrah and a Bolt. You need that Bishnoi kind of a person to come in and put those middle overs now. Otherwise, teams are just running away.
Yeah, like impact player, like extra batter, same with extra bowler. Simple.
Yeah, your two
Maybe they
strike
get an
bowlers are no
extra
longer
batter, an
enough.
extra bowler, an extra
And I feel like a
bowler.
lot of teams are lacking out with that. Mumbai doesn't have a third strike bowler. I felt like even Bangalore found struggled because of the fact that they had brought in Venkatesh Iyer, and they that because that did not allow them to bring in Surya Sharma. That we were also struggling with the fact that we didn't have a third strike bowler. You need three strike bowlers in IPL now.
That was a choice because of
True.
the fact that RP was 125 for 7. So that was a choice that was made.
Exactly.
But if they have to
Exactly.
make sure that, okay, we'll continue with our batting, whatever we had, and get a strike bowler when RCB is bowling, that's still the plan from beginning. It's only when plan
So
B happens, when you're not performing as you should, then you have a problem
yeah,
like this.
I'd say that getting Venkatesh Iyer to bat at that position was out of desperation because the f- they got to 200 and then they still struggled to defend that.
Yeah,
Had they
but it
not
showed you
got to
right. To defend a
200,
200, you need a third strike bowler.
yeah, but they wouldn't have even got to 200 if Venkatesh Iyer did not come out to bat. We are
Exactly,
forgetting that
exactly.
he scored a very like he scored at least 15, 16 runs from what I remember in the last over, and he made 23 odd from the 11, 12 balls that he faced. So sorry, 29 of 14 balls that he faced. So this guy, so they came when he came into bat, it was 125 for 7, as Suri said. By the time the innings got over, they were 201 for 8. Had he not come out to bat, you wouldn't even have had a score which four bowlers or five proper bowlers would have defended.
At
I
which
Would
don't
you
point,
think it
rather
was.
Suryavanshi would
have
have finished the match in 9 overs, and we would have
would you
all
rather
got it.
have your team score 200 or score a 180 but have an extra bowler who can get you wickets? But again, it's a gamble on both sides, because if
Yeah.
you're scoring 180, it almost means that psychologically the other team is thinking, oh, 180, we can chase this no matter what. If they
180,
even
you
if you
better
have,
have four strike bowlers.
yeah, even if you have Bumrah in your
Exactly.
team, or if you have like two other strike bowlers or something, three, four strike bowlers, will still chase it, because psychologically 180 is like a, at this point of time, any team scoring 150, 160, 170, or 180 even, it's almost like it's done. The win
I
probability is like
don't
very skewed.
I don't think RCB would have got to even 180 had Venkatesh Iyer not come out to
Oh
bat,
no,
because that would
I would put
mean
that around 130. I'm not even kidding. As an RCB fan for years, 127 for 7, we're used to seeing 130 all out.
Wow, man. Crazy.
yeah. No,
What
The
I
confidence
would
have
fact
you
that the
gained?
team
realistically
went
say
to
150,
200 is a
160,
big
but
like
yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
Now, see, I know we want to talk about individual performances, but for me, IPL is getting very one dimensional. It's almost like you win the toss and you pretty much win the match because, like, before today, in the past week, 7 out of 9 matches, teams that won the toss elected to field, and 7 out of 9 times, the side chasing has won. So it is getting very one dimensional. Yes, two scores were defended. Those two scores were 250 and 210. So it basically means if you're batting first, you go for the Hail Mary 250, or
Wait, who scored
there's no
250?
chance you're going to win. Sorry?
Did you say we defended? I mean, someone defended 250?
RCB did, yeah.
Oh.
Why? Oh,
RCB
Mm,
defended 250,
mm, mm.
and But
So
that's
I
my
think
point.
I think the onus in this case is on BCCI. You have
47.
to make the pitches more competitive. Otherwise, eventually there'll be bowling machines and fans.
They don't have to. Their reasoning is pitches anyway going to wear out and will be fine. But again,
Yeah,
it's just
but for now, for the first 3 4 weeks of IPL, we know it's going. There's going to be due. We know teams that are going to chase will have an advantage. What can be done to like negate this advantage? Because it's just getting
no.
like
It's going to
I'd
be like
rather
this.
just see the toss and then not watch the match
You
because
want
I
to
know who's
touch
gonna
this
win.
anyway. It's a very good formula for BCCI because the fact is, during the start of the tournament, you want big scores. You want the kind of entertainment that happens. End of the day, IPL being IPL, it's still business. So they want viewership and they want all of this to happen. Why do you think certain teams play more frequent in the weekends? It's just very
RCB.
plain business sense. Well, in
CSKM
a way, all teams play in the weekend. All 10 teams play in the weekend, no matter what. But certain things are just
teams
telecast
play
in
more.
certain
Certain
ways.
teams
Yeah,
play more.
there are few things, but they
Also,
won't
the
change
only
any
way
of
to fight against due is to move the matches, and BCCI won't do that. Like
No,
move
where
the
will you
matches
move
so
towards the
them?
far.
day,
It hasn't been
won't
due as
happen.
much. It'll
That yeah,
come
exactly.
later.
That won't happen.
It'll come later, and
BCCI
I
might
don't.
still do it, but the broadcasters won't do it because they are the ones paying for the matches, basically,
Exactly.
and they will not like they need the prime time, which is 7:30 p.m.
I mean,
Mm,
obviously, negating due would make it more competitive, but it would cost too much, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
nah, so far there hasn't been much of due anyway, from what I've
Mm.
seen in these matches.
By the way,
No, but
do
then
we have stats,
yeah.
Webber, on who's the most viewed team this season? Who's the team that people are tuning in the most for?
The
I
first
think I
match,
came across a
I
stat.
can okay, you go ahead, then I'll tell you something
Yeah,
else.
for the last 4 years, the team that had the most viewed was RCB. This
Yeah.
year it's RR,
Yeah.
and there's
It's
a
because of my
very
namesake, I think.
all of India is
Okay.
tuning in to watch this boy. It's crazy.
Okay. Before we get to RR, okay, before we get to RR, I want to say that I might not have known which the most viewed team is, but I know which the least viewed team is, and that is my team, and that's KKR. And I can guarantee that because no one is interested in what's happening and how this team is going to play because there are so many red flags with this team currently, and I can do a whole episode on the red flags with KKR, starting with
KK is the Shia LaBeouf of IPL.
should upload a
yeah.
solo video about KKR.
Yeah, I might actually, and I think from Ajinkya Rahane we are getting a lot of negativity now. The kinds of statements that he's making in the press. So basically, at one point he was asked, "Why isn't Cameron Green bowling more?" And this was before the match, where Cameron Green bowled the penultimate over and got hit for 16 runs. So he was asked, "Why isn't Cameron Green bowling much?" And Ajinkya Rahane said, "Go ask Cricket Australia." So, yeah, if you're projecting such kinds of emotions, then yeah, you're not going to garner too much support from even your
Well,
fans.
Rahane has
So,
always been a bit of a mafioso, so we kind of expect that from him.
mm. Okay, Manas, since you mentioned RR, what do you think is the reason for their
I
success?
mean, I think we all
Four
know the
matches,
reason for
four
RR's
wins.
viewership. It's Jofra Archer. Dude, that boy is spitting balls. It's crazy.
No, but
Wow, I would have
what's the
gone the
reason
other
for
way.
their success?
Jofra Archer.
Why
Got
they
Phil Salt out on zero. No, I'm kidding.
okay?
It's just
And
when you have a force of nature that can make 100 runs every power play. It's Abhishek and Travis Head, except younger, Indian, and somehow more potent this season.
yeah,
It's
Suri, do you think
consistent
there's
100 runs
something
each
more
power
than
play.
that?
It's madness.
Yeah, so since Vaibhav played only 8 matches last season, every
Yeah,
time Vaibhav played, they've had a 50-run partnership between Jaiswal and Vaibhav. And coming to this year, obviously you've seen the last 4 matches when RR played. The average score between both of them, and the strike rate has been the best so far since last year,
Yeah,
despite Vaibhav not playing 4 matches last uh, four. Yeah, so it's just about the kind of rapport the both of them have, and Jaiswal has been instrumental
I think Suri just
And
froze
so he
there for a
froze.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just step in and add to what Suri was saying. Um, from what I did my research on, so obviously Suryavanshi is doing well, right? He scored 200 runs in 4 matches, so obviously he's doing something right. But Jaiswal has also made 183 runs. He's the second highest run scorer, and you put Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Jaiswal aside, their number three batter is the number three run scorer of the IPL this season, and that is Dhruv Jurel. So when you have one, two, and three in your team that are one, two, and three on the most runs scored leaderboard, then obviously, like there is no
Vaibhav,
coming
you've
back from that.
muted. You've gone on mute.
No,
I
I
can't hear
think
you.
you can't hear me.
Just a second.
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Suri, can you hear us?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Suddenly, I've been thrown out of this.
Manny, you might want to leave and rejoin.
Why?
Yeah, because Manny could not hear any of us, so the platform may be glitched out. So yeah, Suri, you were
Hmm.
talking about Suryavanshi and Jaiswal.
Yeah. So often people are just okay. Obviously, Vaibhav is the PR at this point of time, but Jaiswal has
Yeah,
been the unsung hero because any partnership you need both the players performing, right? But
yeah,
wait, wait, I can't see you guys suddenly.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I can see you. Perfect.
yeah.
So
I
yeah,
put you on
Jaiswal
center
has been
stage for.
Jaiswal has been instrumental, and people are not noticing so far because of the fact that Vaibhav
Yeah,
takes all the spotlight. But the reason for Ara's success is the opening stand, and the second reason I would think is Riyan Parag's captaincy. So obviously he hasn't been performing in terms of with the bat the last few seasons, but him being part of the core team, somehow he's taking decisions and also understanding the youngsters and trying to be with them all the time. I feel he's become more blended towards the culture of RR, and his captaincy is showing right now. And every single time he's been marked for a behavioral issue or something like a technical issue or things like that, he's gone back into domestic and fixed those things and came up. Like if you see his domestic innings, even SMAT and just generally for Assam and everything, he's been performing really well. And
yes, yeah,
ever since this year, when he was announced permanent captain, there've been a lot of issues with the people saying, he's not worth it, and he's just because of his family being in the owners section, he's been given the opportunity, whereas he's not. Compared to other IPL captains over the last 18 years, he's been one of the weakest captain because we boast about big players as captains in IPL, right? So Riyan Parag, people think that he's not in the league, but so far it has worked for RR. Even though you say that Parag still is not captaincy material or maybe is not worthy of being in the title, I feel it's working for them, and I feel these two are big reasons. And the third reason would be their bowling. Somehow
yeah,
bowlers win you matches, and I feel despite having a Suryavanshi, same like SRH, you can have the greatest batting in the world. If your bowlers won't back you up, then there's no point, there's no way you're winning a game of cricket. So I think their
Uh,
bowlers are perfect blend of both international and domestic, and thank God for them, the bowlers are in form right now, all of them.
Very similar to what GT
yeah.
was going through like 3 seasons ago with like
So I would
Sudarshan,
just like
Gill,
to
and
point
Bhatia.
out that Suren, Manny, and I, We all picked our top four, and none of us had RR in their top four, which is why I would also agree with Suren that Rian Parag has done a hell of a job as a captain.
Yeah.
He has, on paper, the resources that he has are not the best. Yes, Suryavanshi is lighting everything up. Yes, Jurel is the number three. Sorry. Yes,
Have some
Jurel is
water,
the
my
number
boss.
three run scorer. Yeah, I will. Yes, we have Bishnoi, who is the highest wicket taker of this season's IPL. Yes, they're performers left, right, and center, but these are all underdogs. No one counted on any of them because with Suryavanshi, everyone was talking about the second season and how people don't perform in the second season. With Jaiswal, people were talking about, oh, he's not in the Indian setup anymore in T20 cricket. With Ravi Bishnoi, he was not
He was
long
second to
ago
Sunil
dropped from
Narayana
the
in
side.
my predictions. Ravi Vishnu was not better than Sunil Narayana at the start of the season for me. Just murdered it now.
Yeah, so there is something that Parag is doing right, and I would like to point out that Parag has preferred bowlers like Sandeep Sharma and Ravi Bishnoi over bowlers like Jadeja, Jofra Archer, and even Nandre Bogo, and he has given them the more crucial overs, which I think has been a genius move of sorts because these guys are not only in form but they know the conditions better than a Archer or a Burger, and these guys have been delivering again and again. So there's something about Parag's instinct, and of course,
He's
see
learning.
in
He's learning a lot.
yeah, in captaincy, I think the fact that in the 2011 World Cup, Dhoni went ahead of Yuvraj Singh, people call it a master stroke, right? What if that
Mm,
didn't work out? So everyone would be criticizing him. Similarly for
mm.
Parag, I think these calls that he's making, at some point something will backfire and everyone will be like, oh, he made a wrong call. He should have gone with the experienced
Oh,
bowler. But so
that's
far, this is
90% of
working.
viewership in India.
Exactly.
Anything goes
But
wrong, yeah, it's like
so that also points to me that he has the courage to make the bold call and he's sticking to his guns. So I think that's a very positive sign. I'm not saying that
um,
this will
yeah,
propel him into the Indian side, but putting in performances even as a captain shows leadership abilities and will
yeah.
at least not do him any harm when it comes to his own performances being considered for the Indian setup.
Sometimes even doing the right thing in India can backfire. On a very funny note, Bishnoi when took a wicket of Virat Kohli. So generally, it seems his
Yeah,
posts have around 100 comments or 150 comments. Yesterday's post had 40,000 comments, all abusing
yeah,
him. And I just feel like, oh my god, cricket is a game between a batter and a bowler. Obviously, a bowler will get a batter out, like this very simple thing.
yeah.
Because he got
Bowler
Kohli
needs
out,
just one.
abuses, just
Bro,
abuses
Kohli
going
can't
around. He's
flip a
doing his job,
Bisleri
man.
without the brand's value going down. You can't do anything.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's doing his
sure.
job, and people are just abusing this. 90% of Indian viewership is just all of these battles and all of that, and all his grudges, and it's just sometimes you see it and feel like there's no cricket anymore. It's just becoming like a drama movie or something. Like people are just
I think
trying
it's
to
drama only.
get something out of it.
If if you all were to pick the bowler of the tournament so far, it's only been three matches on an average per side so far. But still, whom would you go for? The bowler of the season so far, according to you?
Bowler of the season. Mm, a lot of metrics, but if I have to think about, like, how do you want it? Do you want in terms of impact,
I
wickets,
actually
or
have a twofold
Whatever.
answer for this because I have one which is like an
Yeah,
Indian new and one who's like a
yeah,
regulated but doing crazy.
yeah. Go for it.
So Ravi
Whatever
Bishnoi is
metric you
definitely
want.
up there. Ravi Bishnoi is
Yeah,
definitely up there. He's been murdering it, purple
yeah,
cap holder. Nobody expected
yeah,
this out of Ravi Bishnoi. But I believe there are two leg spinners this season that are making the name. One is Ravi Bishnoi, one is Yuzi Chahal.
yeah, yeah.
Both of them are kind of like making big impacts in their games and like having a name that nobody expected them to have. Right, Punjab Kings. The lot of people are expected something else. But like Yuzi has been murdering it. Like he's just so good.
Yeah,
So Ravi Bishnoi, Yuzi kind of have like a tie for me. Um, who's my other favorite? I think it's just these two, man. I think it's just Ravi Bishnoi and Yuzi who've been like standouts for me so far. Shami's been great as well, but
yeah, Shami has been
not
great. Yeah.
consistent.
Suren, what about you?
I would also have
Obviously,
picked Duffy, but Hazelwood has come
mm,
back. So
wish we had the problem. Um, obviously, like players like
champagne problems, Suri.
Sahel,
Champagne problems,
players
RC.
um Bishnoi, obviously. So, other than these two, other than the ones Manas has mentioned, I would say Bartlett has bowled really well, on point. The way he's bowling in death as well, he's I think one of the most strike bowlers in death this season so far, and he's just been bowling proper proper balls. Um, and I'll tell his name because the fact that a player like him played almost all of his life in Australia, coming to India, been on pitches like this, trying to execute certain balls, which he has been doing with pinpoint accuracy. And I feel that requires a lot of hard work behind the scenes, like a lot of practice in the nets, or understanding the game itself. The intelligence he showed, which is good for a foreign player to do this in India. That's something really good. And I feel certain players like Tushar Deshpande, Anshul Kamboj, and everyone, they're stepping up when the time,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
during crunch situations.
Shardul Thakur gave a couple of good overs in his last game as well. I mean, he didn't do too
Yeah,
Yeah,
well after that, but yeah.
and when time comes, they are stepping up, which is good. And I feel certain players, after being absorbed by so much pressure, almost the last many years of playing IPL, or even someone who's new, they're just executing things despite trying to bowl the last over or something. Because most of the times, the captains are giving the ball to these domestic players rather than international players during crunch situations.
yeah,
Because usually it used to be like this: if there is a big name player, like let's say an Archer or something, you just give the ball to him on, let's say, when they require 15 of the last over or something like that. But this point of time, they're understanding the fact that domestic players have a different skill set, and because they might understand the pitch better, or they know situations better or something like that. But not just
yeah.
that, but I feel the confidence in them is coming up, which is good for the domestic circuit.
I also think Xavier Bartlett has been impactful. The other thing with Xavier Bartlett is that Ricky Ponting is doing a great job for Australia developing Australian players in India. Xavier Bartlett is yet another example of another
So I'm
Aussie
just saying, फिर भी
developing
दिल है Aussie
at
just hammer
Durandar,
by
Punjab
Ponting.
Kings.
He's like
Durandar
wherever he
type of
goes,
move.
whichever T20 is like, हम पकड़ेंगे
Yes,
Australian.
exactly.
Just like open
No,
Durandar
but
is like I'm doing this.
you all spoke about Yuzi Chahal and you spoke about Bishnoi, right? Who's taken 9 wickets so far. But there is Rashid Khan, who did not have a very good past 2 years. But in the match of Gujarat Titans versus Delhi Capitals, which Gujarat won by 1 run, Rashid Khan bowled 4 overs for 3 wickets and gave away 17 runs. I would say that spell is the spell that changed the game because DC were cruising. They were cruising until Rashid Khan came into bowl, and those 3 wickets just changed the tide completely. Um, I think Rashid Khan has somehow by that perform. I know just one performance, but I think he's found his mojo. And paired with Yuzi Chahal and Ravi Bishnoi, now is the trio of leg spinners that I am looking forward to. And I'm like Rashid Khan
I
has
think
been under 19 for very long now, so It's nice to see him perform in the big stage, adult stage. I think so. I'd pick
He's
Rashid as
more
well.
adult than you think. He has two wives. Imagine.
Yes, I don't even have one yet.
Huh?
We don't have
Oh
one
God.
combined between the three
One
of us.
second. If you're talking about these, listen. You can't beat me, so listen. Let's not go there.
Okay, sure.
Acha,
Oh,
given how the season is going, if you're talking about the most impactful bowlers, I believe we should also talk about the biggest disappointments as bowlers. I mean, the biggest
yes,
disappointment for the season for me has been umpires, I would be honest. But
yes,
in bowling, who do you guys
yes.
believe has underperformed?
So far, the biggest disappointment in bowling for me has been Pat Cummins and Mitchell Stark. इतना पैसा ले लिया, हमको लूट लिया. अंग्रेजों के
Listen,
बाद अगर
without
किसी ने
bowling a
हमको
single
लूटा
ball,
है
Somewhere
तो
what's the
Vijay
ये
impact
Mallya is
they have?
going.
ऑजी बोल.
Well done, boys.
Like, without bowling a single ball, the impact they have, crazy.
Oh man, they have
Delhi
bankrupt
Capitals,
India as
bro.
an
Delhi Capitals has
economy.
to like their crutches are called Xavier Bartlett. That is what it is.
Bro, so I'm telling you what, the current LPG crisis can be solved if these two guys they donate their like season fees to India to get more LPG. I'm telling you, these guys have made so much money and they're not okay, I understand what Cricket Australia is doing. They have 12 matches coming up in like they have 20 matches coming up in 12 months, test matches. But I get that. But as an IPL fan, as an IPL fan purely, it is a shame to see Pat Cummins. So Pat Cummins, as I think Suri mentioned earlier, he has got like go ahead from Cricket Australia to start bowling. He's just not in India. So he needs to come back now and he needs to start
Ghar wapsi
playing
has
for
to happen.
SRH.
Kavya
and
Man has to
and
hold tray.
boy
Wait for
boy
Pat
do
Cummins.
SRH need him.
अब पैट की याद आई, Pat Cummins. We'll tell them.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think a big disappointment for me this season with bowling. Like I expected a lot more out of Trent Bolt. I think Trent Bolt has like he has not provided the support and the love to Bumrah
भाई
that Bumrah
बच्चे से
deserves.
पिटा है वो, बच्चे से पिटा है. ठीक है,
भाई बच्चे को
आ
हम भी बेटे.
जाएगा
अच्छा, by
वापस.
He
the way,
hasn't even
does it still
played
count as
every
child
game.
abuse if the child is the one doing the abusing?
Yes,
It's child
it
abuse.
does.
That child abused us.
It is still domestic violence if the woman hits the guy. It's still
Bro, I
domestic
literally
violence.
saw tears in the eyes of Josh Hazelwood when he was called back to bowl. He was like, career.
Yes.
For me, it's a tie between Unadkat and Harshal Patel. Experience.
This coming
God
from an
knows.
SRH fan.
As an
God
RCBN,
knows.
how does it feel?
Experience. Yeah. Like we had, I think, one of the best bowling for like around for 6 7 years. We given all of them to different branches. We took their worst players, worst bowlers,
Do you know?
and now
Harsha Patel won the purple cap with RCB, right? Do you know who was the second
yeah,
in
Yes.
command? Dan Christian.
no one thinks about Dan Christian more than Manas.
I
Every
think
Favorite
about
time
him
player.
every day. He's wrong
Manny's
me.
he
I think
favorite
thinks
about him
player.
about
every
them
day.
so often that it's not even funny anymore. It's like, keep them in a dua or something. This guy like always Dan Christian in his mouth.
Dan
Okay,
Christian
Imagine
means
the
more to
guys.
trauma
my
he's
team.
going through.
He hurt
Okay,
RCB
guys.
more than Virat has helped. I'm just saying.
So I'm going
You
to move
know,
us forward now because we are at the 45-minute mark and we should try and wind it up within 1 hour. So I'm going to ask you all to pick one memorable batting performance each, and you can pick anything. But I want to start first with Suren. What's been your memorable batting performance of this week so far?
this week, I would say
You
Sanju
can pick
Samson's
two
100.
if you want.
Samson's
Sorry?
100 today. Samson's
Yeah.
100. And that guy, the pendulum of his life, it swings
It's
from
either
one end to
100
the
or
other end.
nothing.
I mean, I
If
don't know how
Sanju
the guy
Samson
sleeps at
bats
night.
well,
No, I don't know
Yeah.
how he sleeps at night because I don't think at a stretch he's either very happy or very sad. I don't know like what.
it's either a single digit score or a triple digit score. Like he's not in the center.
if there is in cricketing terms bipolar, that is Sanju Samson. He's just,
Oh God. Oh God, he
I
went
don't
there.
understand this, the highs of the highs and lows of the lows, and that guy. But I'm
Yeah.
glad because of him, CSK, and obviously a century today at their home when the last three matches they've lost and everything is at stake. This century is, I think, one of a good statement, and I feel in terms of batting this week, which I've seen, yeah, I think Samson's 100 is good. And yeah, there have been multiple performances, and no one's even targeting to hit a 50 or 100 anymore. They're just coming
Yeah.
to play impact
Yeah.
uh, innings, and everyone's
30
doing
of
the
10.
same.
That's the new 50 of 50. Yeah. So 30 of
Yeah,
10 is better.
perfect. I think in that way, yeah. Even today, Samson hit a century of like 50 balls,
Exactly. 55. Yeah. Yeah.
55.
113.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's still impactful kind of innings. So yeah, I
It's
think
either this or like 5 of 8 and out. Why?
Yeah, because
don't worry.
see,
Next two three matches will be like gone anyway.
no,
Oh,
so
Thala's
I
coming
just want to
back.
point out
Now it makes sense.
Samson's 100 of 55 is more important than you think, because at one stage where he was going and scoring in the beginning, there was Ruturaj Gaikwad who had 14 runs of 18 balls. Okay. So it wasn't easy to bat. And see, Ruturaj is struggling, yes, but Samson kept the scoreboard moving, and 100 of 55 could have easily been 120, 130 or 55 on another pitch. So here the ball was genuinely seaming around in the first couple of overs, which made it tricky to bat. And Ruturaj's innings proves that. So I would say, yeah, Samson played well today.
कैसी है ये
Mani,
ऋतु
your
कि
two
जिसके
picks,
18 बॉल में 14 बने.
ऐसी ही है.
Okay, so I have two
Captain
favorite
है,
batting
Captain
performances.
Rutu.
Yes, I have two favorite batting performances from this week. Number one, Avesh Khan at 19.5 taking the helmet and sending it back to the dressing room is my favorite batting performance of the season so far. To know when you have
Yes,
one run to win and to remember how well you have fucked up before. I mean, as human beings, we can expect to learn, but Avesh Khan avoided mistake like never before. I was very proud.
yes. Give him the Padma Shri.
Yes. So Avesh Khan's decision to remove helmet at 19.5 and send it to the dressing room, definitely a beautiful batting move. The other, I think, my favorite one this week was Mukul Chaudhary, man. That boy came
Yeah,
out of nowhere. That
yeah,
boy came out of nowhere, won the game, walked out, had 250 followers or 2,500 followers when the game started, ended the game with like 200K. So,
yeah.
like, madness. And that's the best part of watching IPL also. No? You watch these, like, we all saw Suryavanshi coming. So, like, I mean, I didn't see Suryavanshi coming in RCB the way he did. But I think the most surprising performance of this week is still Mukul Chaudhary because that was a name unheard of before that match.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of IPL. It's all cute. All of this are very heartwarming, wholehearted. But it's happening against your team, then you hate them.
You want to
Then
know my
I'm
favorite
surprised Suri
performance?
didn't say it. I'm surprised Suri didn't say it. It happened to you.
if it happens to you, then imagine, oh my god, that the trauma.
But bro, Mukul Chaudhary was a real like, oh my god, that's a good batsman there.
Yeah,
No,
it's good.
but my favorite performance with the bat came from David Miller, who scored 41 of 20, but
And
not because
still
of the
lost that.
41 for 20. It was because he chose not to take that single and not to tie the match there. So that for me is the
Thala for a
best batting
season.
performance. Yes. Because,
See, today
bro, he could have
Kuldeep
tied the
came
match.
early.
Come back to bat in the Super Over and continued on to win.
Exactly. Oh my God. So, actually, my favorite performance is by Kuldeep Yadav, who just stood at the other end and he just looked at David Miller and was like, भाई एक रन तो मैं बना ही लूंगा
Yeah.
टच ही तो करना है
Also,
बैट
there's
से.
another Mr. Kuldeep. Kuldeep, if he actually ran properly, he would have made it. He wasn't running he was just like kind of jogging in a way. He thought Minda's going to hit
He
a
was
six
also in
anyway.
that
I
कैसी
don't
है
have to
ये
run.
ऋतु की जिसमें
So see, look at Avesh Khan, inspiration. Remove your helmet, remove your pads, just
bro, I swear
stand
to
there and
God,
run. Just
bro, that
run.
David Miller run, I swear to God, Kuldeep Yadav acted like Shere Baloch. She's like, coos.
And also, he jogged initially, and then he dived in the end, as if want to show that he's done all the effort.
It was too
Look
funny.
at
It was
Avesh
too
Khan,
funny.
man. Remove your helmet, just remove your pads, just run. Remove your guard, just run.
भाई वो अगर चड्डी में होता और भाग लेता तो भी टाई होता तो समझ में आ रहा है
Bhai, like, I understand in hindsight why Miller wanted to take the strike of the last ball, but just tie it and at least get the loss out of the way so that you
that was
can't
too funny.
lose.
That was just
That
too funny.
that I think made no sense to me, and
Hala
I
for no
think
reason.
David Miller will never make this mistake again.
Bro, David
But
Miller's made a lot of them. Like two for if for somebody who does and learns, he's done a lot. Like, at this point, he should be a
and
genius.
still not learned.
You
It's
know,
not the
You
first
how
know,
time.
you know how Chetan Bhagat wrote three mistakes of my life. David
Yeah.
will
yeah,
write the 50 mistakes of my life.
There's
yes.
also, I think my favorite batting performance was by Digvish Rathia in the SRH match, where ball came and before it could touch the boundary, he sent it back. And SRH went home
Avesh Khan.
going,
Avesh
and,
Khan.
and yeah, and SRH
It was
went home going,
Avesh Khan.
somehow always us. That's also another thing I want to talk about. What the fuck is happening with catching, with people touching boundary, with ball touching ground, and the umpire taking clearly snorting a line of cocaine as he says, not out.
Manny, wait. This is important. I want to give the stage to Suri here, and I want Suri to talk about it because he's the one who has been impacted most by these
What is there to
umpiring
talk about?
calls. Yes, Suri,
It's
go
been
for
so
it. Go for it.
frustrating because we talk about how much money this league has, how much money we are making, and teams are getting sold out for so much money and everything. And how
Yes.
can we not ensure proper technology? Even the KKR match, it's not like the third umpire didn't see. Third umpire, if they would should have taken more time. But no one's taking, it's just at a point, you want to laugh on it. Because I cried. When you cry and cry,
Sorry.
when you're depleted of all tears, what happens? You laugh. Because that is
I'm just
acceptance.
I'm just thinking multiple teams paid off to fuck with SRH. Like I don't get it. Why always SRH on the other end?
Exactly. And that too, okay. To add insult to injury, okay. The catchers understands, I mean, they fucked up and all good. LSG, ball is coming. Why Avesh Khan took his bat and hit the ball back to the ground? I'm like, what kind of a fuckery is that? I mean, why?
That was the bad luck version of giving Aisha Taki a push-up bra. Like it's already
I mean, compared to
downtrodden
those
the
two
already
catches,
fucking downtrodden.
no, compared to those two catches, I would still say, okay, fine. This Avesh Khan thing was just out of spite. There's nothing there.
Bro, the
First of
KKR
all, might
catch that
yeah.
sorry, the KKR catch that so the one that KKR took and was given out against SRH, when I saw it, I could clearly see the ball bounce. It wasn't
Hmm.
even like palmed. It wasn't even like there was a
It
hole
bounced
between
up.
like
There was a full
fingers.
1.5 inch
Yeah,
above
there
the
was a
ground
Yeah,
bounce up that
bounce.
happened.
I don't know how these calls are being made, and I hope there's some sort of review happening of these umpires and the calls that they're making because there's no point having a review system and going up to the third umpire if you're going to be making such bad use of technology. I know
each
time is
yeah.
of the essence,
Also,
but
each cameras cost like crores and crores of rupees. Okay, they're being used to only show girls. When the catches part comes, it's just like catch is taken on moon or something. You're not able to see clearly. I'm just like, what is that?
Yeah, ईशान किशन नॉट आउट है वो स्कॉट देख रहा
I'm like, bro, it's just
no,
first of
no,
all
bro.
with
It's
my
too
team.
funny.
Okay, we lost all four tosses. So first of all, we're starting the game with itself with some trauma. On top of that, these
Yeah,
things
that's the
happen.
thing. You don't need this. Like this, and like it's never in your favor. It's never like, okay, two bad happened, third one will be in your favor. Two bad happened, third one will also fuck you. Like it's not.
Coming to bite us in the ass.
My God. Ah.
I'm
Opposition
telling
कोई भी
you.
हो,
Guys,
चुत्ती SRH है.
I'm telling you, this is my team is aging me, making me an alcoholic or
okay.
something.
Now you know what
Yes.
2016 RCB fans felt like.
Oh my God, shut up.
Alcohol.
They've been like that for so many years before that also, after that also.
See,
Have a big
teams will
three,
have good
have a batting
years.
lineup that boasts, and then what is
Yeah, because
this?
there's something called bowling also. You can't just do chests and arms and biceps again and again and
I
forget
promise you,
legs, right?
Suri, in 2027, 28, you will look back and go, Ishan Malinga was a strike bowler. And we are going to talk about it at some
He'll
point.
be my Dan
Manny,
Christian man.
Manny, at least it wasn't Dan Christian. At least
No, no,
it
now Malinga
wasn't.
will be my Dan Christian. 10 years later, I'll be like, oh, remember the Misha Malinga, that
Somewhere
idiot.
Dhoni is like, I won with Lakshmipati Balaji. What's your excuse?
Yeah.
Now, guys, okay. I want your thoughts, Manny, first on RCB and their week so far. So, like, let me just put some context to it. All three of our teams, mine KKR, Manny's RCB, and Suri's SRH, have had bad weeks. Like, yes, RCB started well, but overall, the weeks have been relatively bad.
No, no, we got taken to Pound Town, yeah.
Yeah. So, just give me your thoughts
I think
on.
I think this is the stage where the
Yeah.
tournament is coming alive. I think this is where it really starts to get fun from here on until like 11, 12 matches are done for each team, because by then you kind of know who's ended up where. So I think it's going to be fun watching Suryavanshi and seeing if he can be as consistent going forward. From RCB's perspective, I think it's about watching Josh Hazelwood and looking at maybe Abhinandan for Rasik. Because if Josh is not able to give us the same kind of performance that Duffy was giving, maybe it's a good idea to go back to Duffy. But also, Abhinandan may be replaced out for Rasikdar. I would like that. I want to see Rasikdar play as well. I don't think Abhinandan's getting it done. He's just not up to the mark. Even in the times that RCB has won, his performances have been middling at best. So I want to see that change going forward. And yeah, I
Suri,
think that will happen a lot over the next few weeks with all teams. KKR,
Suri,
SRH.
before I come to you, and Manny, sorry to cut you off over here, we have a question on the live chat from Nova Nikhil, who's
Oh my God,
asking, guys,
you have
what
questions.
about RCB? Yes, what about RCB versus MI? Who has a better edge? So, Manny,
Go ahead,
I would
Nani.
want you to go first because it's your team. What RCB is your team, so
Yeah, I mean,
let
I'm obviously
Nova
biased.
Nikhil.
I'm obviously
Yeah.
biased. But in this match, I'm telling you, both teams being equal, the factor of the difference will come from Surya Kumar Yadav. If Surya Kumar Yadav somehow pulls across and comes through and provides a performance out of this world, that's going to be the difference. The bowling on both
And
sides
this
seems
is coming
equal.
from Sky's biggest fan,
This
Manny,
this is coming
saying
from me because I know Sky is going up against. See, if you equalize him, it's Rajat Patidar and Devdutt on our side, right? So if he can pull out a performance that's equivalent or above what those two provide, that's the difference between the two teams at this point. Really,
I
you
still
know Rohit will
Suri.
come through. You know Virat will
MI
come
has a
through.
good chance because we have to understand that they're playing in Wankhede, and that's kind
Yeah,
of their fortress, and they're going to dictate a lot of terms. The thing about MI is, it's not just the players; it's about the other stakeholders who will make sure MI gets an edge psychologically, or if you want to talk about other things which we should not talk about, but even those things. So that will be a big pressure, and also RCB just played a game yesterday and they've traveled today and they're going to play Wankhede tomorrow night. So that means they have a very less time to just recover and play. And Mumbai has been having a bit of a break for a while. So I feel RCB will be tired in a lot of ways and also deflated because of Rajasthan's innings. So it will be tough for RCB to come back. But if they do come back against MI in Wankhede, that will set them up for the next week easily. Like no questions asked.
so before I give my thoughts on this, Nikhil has replied again saying that, nah, I don't think Surya will make a huge difference. might be Tilak Verma, I guess. So, Nikhil, you might be right. Surya, but the thing is, Surya has performed well recently, and he's slowly showing signs of getting back into form. Tilak Verma, on the other hand, is not being given the same role that he had earlier, and even for the Indian team, is coming a little low down the order. I think the deciding factor between RCB and MI, obviously, one is going to be Jasprit Bumrah and how RCB matches that, because Bumrah versus Kohli has always been a very good matchup. But this time it is also like the partnership between Kohli and Salt. As I said in one of my earlier videos, when one of them bats through 10 overs, then RCB win 85% of their games. So how they use um, Bumrah versus Kohli and Salt is going to make a difference. And
It's
I have a feeling that Bolt might come into his own again because he's been under the pump. Hardik pretty
yeah.
much just called Bolt out. So Bolt will be under the pump. And I would want to say RCB because I know Nova. So I know, Nikhil, that you are a RCB fan, but MI is the favorite here because MI is coming from two losses, but in those two losses, they seem to be getting better and they seem to be getting their things in place. And playing at Wankhede, as Suren said, is going to be tough for RCB. That being said,
actually a
RCB
really
won all
nice
their away
question as
games
well.
last season. So,
It's a really nice question, Nikhil, as well, because you've got Rohit QDK, you've got Virat Salt, you've got Bumrah Bolt, you've got Hazelwood Bhuvi, you've got Krunal Pandya, you've got Hardik Pandya, you've got like for like in both teams, and on
true,
pretty much the same level.
true. Yeah, I
So
buy into that. I think it's going to be very and so you're forgetting that it's Hazelwood versus Bolt as well. So Hazelwood is coming out of injury and Bolt is coming out of a very bad
bad
performance.
patch. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting.
it's gonna be really fun.
Um, yeah, Suren,
Also,
I
no
would
cheat code
want
like Suryavanshi, so this will be genuine cricket. That boy,
yes,
dude, I swear to God, Cricket 24, my career, 99 rated player, strike rate is lower than Suryavanshi this season. It's a
bro,
joke.
300. I think he's striking at.
Yeah, my
It's
strike rate
yeah.
232. I thought I was playing good. Like, this boy is ruining games.
Suren, you want to give your closing thoughts on SRH and overall, like any other thoughts you have?
My closing thoughts are just thoughts and prayers from my team because
Jai
we're
Mata
playing
Di.
Rajasthan next.
Listen, if
Ram
you know
Ram.
anything about India, Orange will not go down without fighting here. So, keep the faith.
Even Mana's
Yes,
background is all orange.
yes. It's
Nope.
But
kind
No,
of.
I'm,
I'm an RCB
I'm
fan. Nikhil, we're
in
together,
a way,
bro. RCB for life.
in today's game when we lost, then I realized, okay, next game we're playing Rajasthan, who are table toppers, 4 out of 4 wins. It also makes you feel like if you can do a difference, dent a difference in their game, it'll be a huge confidence going forward because there's no way we're gonna win or qualify in IPL if we're not beating the big teams. So we'll know on Monday, which is Monday night matches, SRH and RR and Vaibhav Suryavanshi. I I don't know what to say
Cheat
about him,
code.
but the
Cheat code.
impact players in our team, not in our team, the impact players to watch out for in the coming week would be Nitin Menon, K. Ananta Padmanabhan. These guys, idiots.
And yeah. Vaibhav, Nikhil asked something else also. No? Just now.
Yes, Nikhil just said that he thinks that RCB should play Jacob Bethel instead of Salt, and that would be his choice.
Two
I
big
would
Jacob
losses
think.
before
Bethel.
RCB makes that bigger change. It'll be at least two more losses before RCB makes that bigger change.
If
Yeah,
Salt was
because I
playing
think
in middle order, replacing middle order to middle order would be easy. But replacing a opener with the middle order, if you don't have a good backup opener, will be a very difficult thing to make, like difficult choice to do. I
yeah,
feel
no, I
it's going to be
think
very
DDP
difficult.
can open if needed.
And Bethel can come one
DDP
down,
can
yeah,
open.
or two down, yeah, after
Yeah,
Rajat.
But DDP is doing
but
so well
I
coming number
don't.
three. Why would you
Yeah,
screw
true,
that up?
true. Yeah, but it's
Things
an
are going with
interesting
a well
choice,
oiled
Nikhil. It's
machine.
an
Why
interesting
mess
choice.
it up? And also, not
Interesting choice.
talking about this season, talking about last season as well. They need to emulate what happened last season. They don't have to try anything different, not do anything very drastically or tactically different. They just have to follow the same template as last year and one
And
or
hope
two
that the
weak links,
Web of Suryavanshi cheat code fails at some point.
but keeping a player like Bethel out is again, yeah, it's going to come to a
Venki and
point where
Bethel sitting in the dressing room feels like two Lamborghinis that are just in your garage and like ruining away.
I feel Salt is like a Travis head. He when he performs and takes the game away. When he doesn't, it's gonna be like a 3-4
To be
game.
honest though,
Samson.
it's been almost 10-12 matches since he's put in one of those X Factor performances. So it's definitely a question that RC would be asking, but it's gonna be something they'll consider after 2 or 3 more big losses. Like for
Also,
them to
maybe
really like
RCB is
get out
doing
and be like,
Shane Watson of 2018.
yeah.
He
Nikhil, as a
had
management, you're gonna have to
15
think,
bad
am I doing
matches.
something wrong? So
Hmm. Yeah, so that's it. Do a Watson of 2018 of CSK.
Guys, one
He just needs one
question.
match.
I'm not sure about this, but is Salt also keeping for RCB currently?
no. Oh yeah.
He's
Salt's keeping.
keeping. He's the
No, wait,
keeper.
he's not keeping for us. Jitesh.
Jitesh Sharma. Okay.
I saw him keep one game.
He did for a little bit when Jitesh was retired for a bit, like his leg got a hit. But no, he's our regular keeper is Jitesh.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. That
Because
that
I
makes
saw
it
Salt take
slightly
some
easier
outfield
for
catches. So.
RCB to replace Salt if
Salt
needed.
with yeah.
Yeah. But I still think that it'll be at least 2 more games before that
Yeah.
happens.
It would be
Yeah.
big losses. Like Salt would absolutely have to be the reason for those losses. Because as a
Yeah.
management, you're gonna have to ask yourself, why did I put Salt instead of better in the first place? And did I do something wrong?
Mm,
And on the field, it's
mm.
really gonna have to be proved that you did something wrong.
So
Interesting.
boys, to move on, do you all want to know my thoughts on KKR and their future?
Corbo.
No, no. I'm telling you. So this is my theory, okay? And I'm putting it out there. And this is no conspiracy theory, but a theory. Bengal has elections coming up on 21st and 29th of April. Okay.
I don't know where this is going.
So, so, so
Our
KKR,
live police will reach live house.
bro, KKR will win when we know who the next government is so that they can please the next government by winning. They will not win now because they'll be like, अभी तो इलेक्शन हुआ नहीं है, अभी जीत के क्या करेंगे? So they will just chill until then. Cameron Green will probably be dropped by then because at some stage I think they will realize that Cameron Green का 16-17 रन का ओवर का कोई फायदा नहीं है. You might as well play a pure batter. I think some point, um, at some point also, we will see Narayan opening because KKR will be like, और क्या ही करना बाकी है. So
How much worse can we do?
Every
yes,
time Gambhir is part
so
of the KKR system, Naran opens. So let's
yes,
say maybe one point of time when Gautam Gambhir is away from Indian team, goes back to coaching KKR, and they'll win again. Till that time, just pray.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri- Jai Mamta.
Okay, guys, do you all want to give your top four for Nikhil's sake because he's giving his top four, which is
RR,
RR,
RCB, DCMI.
RCB. Yeah,
So, see, right now, if I say my top four, it'll sound like a
yeah.
joke because I made this top four before the tournament started.
No, you can give your updated top four. It's
No
fine.
update. I'll still go with the same top four. What's the point
Go
of giving
for
an
it.
updated top four?
Yeah.
So my top four generally were Mumbai Indians, RCB, Punjab, and SRH. Out of these top four, currently, two are definitely going into the playoffs, which is RCB and Punjab. The other two, we'll see. But you never
My
know.
top four
So
was CSK, RCB, Punjab, MI. So
Even my top four was similar initially, but given the current state of the board, as Nikhil is saying, RR and RCB look good for qualifying. I would also put Punjab Kings in there, but maybe not DC currently. Yeah, MI also I agree with as of now.
MI will
So we'll
find a
see.
way.
Yeah,
They're
I think
always a slow
Lucknow is
starter.
MI
still
will find
somebody
a way.
you can watch for. I feel like Lucknow might still be something that comes out of the woodwork suddenly because
The
Pant is
problem with
just
Avesh Khan.
waking up.
Lucknow,
They have
the
Avesh Khan.
problem with Lucknow is that their batting ends with Mukul Chaudhary, who comes at seven. So even
Yeah,
with the
Excuse
impact
me,
player, they do not
Avesh Khan
have
as a
another
batter.
batter after that.
Avesh Khan minus helmet, beautiful.
He listen. He made a run in that chase, and also when LSG won against SRH, he hit it from outside the boundary.
Avesh Khan while
So
batting is like
consistent.
Virat Kohli while bowling. It's crazy.
Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, things might change. I feel because when you see before this week, you are told me that DC won't make it top four. I'll just be like laughing at you. But the last two matches, DC looks very deflated. So I think a string of wins or string of losses will dictate terms going forward.
I think that one run loss that DC has had an impact on them
Yeah, that
because
really it's really
they
hurt
did
them.
not show confidence at all while chasing today. The
Mm.
moment even Nisanka got out after
And
Rahul,
it takes generally 2, 3, 4 games to come out of that kind of a thing.
yeah,
Especially that is if you're
LSG
performing.
might
Otherwise,
do
it takes
well.
longer.
And I feel Sanjeev Goenka cried two times when LSG won. One against SRH and one against the other team. So whenever uh, Sanjeev Goenka is crying, imagine LSG wins IPL. I can't imagine what Sanjeev Goenka will be doing. And leave him. Avesh Khan, what would he be doing? He would
भाई वो
remove
तो
his
शर्ट
shirt
पैंट उतार
and
देगा भाई वो तो शर्ट
oh
पैंट
my
उतार देगा भाई he'll
oh
streak
my god.
Avesh Khan
It's,
streaks
I
across the stadium
it's like
I want
Rishabh Pant doing
Avesh Khan at
somersaults on the
KKR.
ground.
I want Avesh Khan at KKR.
No, no, no. Listen, when LSG wins, Goenka will be crying over there somewhere. Rishabh Pant doing somersaults on the ground. Avesh Khan removing his
Yes.
shirt and running around. Digvesh doing something altogether.
ये क्या team है
It's, it's a team of memers, man. All of this, man, including the owner.
on top of that they wear a jersey that looks like toffee wrapper so what it's hard to take this team seriously but they're playing
It's
Unbelievable.
well.
Mohan Bagan jersey. It is Mohan Bagan, okay?
Look,
Do
that's why
not
I'm saying
make
it's
fun
hard
of
to
the
take this
Mohan
team seriously,
Bagan.
but they're playing well. So yeah,
Yeah,
let's see.
so far.
Oh,
All right, boys. So
All right,
with
guys.
that,
Thanks, Nikhil. Good
let's
joining in.
yeah, thanks, Nikhil.
yes,
The questions were
let's
good.
call
And
it quits for today. We
yeah,
will come back again next Saturday, hopefully before the matches start. But that
Yes,
depends,
sir.
really depends on Legend Money.
hey, Nikhil,
No, no,
So we will,
I'll
don't
be there. I'll
forget
be there.
to be there next time when we do the stream.
yes,
Yes, sir. Yes,
please
sir.
subscribe, guys, whoever is watching us, and drop us a like. And
Yes,
we'll
thanks, Nikhil.
just end for
Like, share,
now
subscribe.
and see you all next week. Yes.
See
All
ya.
right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Good night.